Hey, good morning. Thanks for watching. Let's get some tea and talk switching to tech, especially in your 30s and 40s. And even if you're just getting out of college, a lot of people struggle with getting into a tech job. And so I'm here to help. Let's see if I have my other glasses. I don't. So I remember staring at my screens. I will not show you my screens because this office is a mess. But I have one computer here, a couple computers on my shelf, monitor ahead of me, another computer on my left. So I've got this array, and I remember sitting at my computer, at the desk at a computer while I was doing a contract for Robert Half. If you look up Robert Half, and here's a good plug for them. And largest one in the world, I believe, giving jobs and finding positions as like a recruitment placement agency. And I've gotten many positions from them. I remember staring at my computer screen, and I was up really close to it, and I didn't have any glasses. I was just really close. I think I was like, it was kind of like this. And my manager, Joe was his name, he came up to me. This is downtown Minneapolis. And I just remember that moment when he said, "I have never seen anyone sit so close to their monitor." And I want to tell you, I was that close because that's what my eyes could see. And that was maybe 1 year before I started getting reading glasses. So I've never had prescription glasses until I hit 50, and I am 51. So this is a new thing for me, having glasses and having the right glasses. So I'm not looking up like this. So if you, like I've told you before, if these are transition glasses or whatever you call them. Yeah, I forget what you call them. Where it's stronger down here, less strong up here. So it's kind of blurry right now. But anyway, the point is, you're going to get to my age if you're not already. And if you've passed my age, I salute you. And you're going to have a tech job. And I've been in tech, and you're going to be having to deal with a lot of different ages. Check my other video about ageism and how to defeat it. This will not be on that, although I will piggyback off the example that I gave, me this close. Why was it this close? Because I was trying to focus. Focus on what I could see in front of me and really dig down and do some deep work. Deep Work is a great book, by the way. Since I said the title, Cal Newport, highly recommend it. And if you join, I'll give you a deal here. If you join my community and just DM me on Instagram to join my community, and you get access to a course, and you get basically a lot of good stuff. If you join it and you get involved in my leaderboards, I send this book out to people for free. That might be a slight motivation for you. Usually it's an audiobook because I have people from around the world. And sending an audiobook is easier and more legal in some countries. Not illegal, some, but it's very difficult to get physical products over to places like Korea. So, all right. So if you are wanting that, just go and join it. Now let's get back to our topic at hand. You're still watching. Good job. You've learned how to focus. All right. So let's talk about focus, and then let's talk about monkey bars. Focus usually doesn't get me a lot of traction when I'm talking to people about switching into a tech career. But these two go together. Monkey bars, that concept, does give traction. So what in the world are we talking about when we talk about monkey bars? You've got a ladder up here. All right, there's my drawing of monkey bars. And you'd go up the ladder and then over. And if you're hanging right here, you're hanging down. Here's someone hanging down. There we go. You're trying to get across. All right, those are monkey bars. If you're not familiar with those, I apologize for your entire generation that you are too young to know what it's like to be on 10-foot high monkey bars where if you fall off, you will skin your knees, maybe break a leg, probably an arm, not a leg. Leg's a little tough. Arm. And this was on the playgrounds, and there was blacktop underneath. And people, OGs like me, we really know what it's like to get hurt on these. So the point is, if you've seen these, if you haven't seen them, think of no wood chips, no plastic, no foam below you like you get today in today's playgrounds. If you have kids, your kids get to stay a little safer than us, of course. All right, so the point here is, let's talk about monkey bars and how it relates to focus. Let me just extend these so you can see the danger. All right, there's the danger. Let's just pretend that is a dangerous situation. If you fall, you get hurt. So what are the monkey bars? And how does it apply to you switching to a tech position? Well, the number one thing is to switch into a tech position, you need to be able to focus. And so here's the temptation. The temptation is, so here's a clock, and here's a clock, and this represents your job. The temptation is to quit your job so you can focus on switching to tech. So a lot of people quit their jobs to focus on switching to tech because they think, well, I'm going to get so much more focus, and I'll have so much more time, and I won't have to squeeze in weekends, squeeze in half hour each weeknight. I can just spend all day doing it, and I know I can get into a tech job within 2 months, and I've got 2 months savings. That is a bad idea. Do not do this, okay? Do not quit your job. Don't quit your job yet. And here's the reason and how it relates. I want you to think of, for a moment, switching to a tech job as you hanging on the monkey bars. All right, so each of these bars, a bar equals income, or a job, or a contract. So each bar. And if you've got 2 hands to reach, you want to get down here. All right, so here's your tech job. All right, and you're going to have some steps. Some people talk about this like a path, but it's not a path. It's monkey bars. And the reason is, if you do it wrong, you get hurt. So this is not a path. You want a map. You want to know how to get from being a DoorDasher, a barista, a violin teacher, a guitar player in a band or at church. You want to get to a tech job, and so you think you need to focus more. Things aren't working for you, so you quit your job, and that is a bad idea, and here's why. When you take off one hand to reach for the next one, picture the monkey bars. If you haven't been on them, picture it. You're hanging from 2 hands on one bar, and this is your current job. It's not what you want. It is not what you need. You need a lot more money. You need a lot more free time. Okay, we're turning a little. And you let go with one hand and go to the next. You're still safe, all right? But the problem is there's a little bit of risk when you grab for the next one. This is the correct path. You want to hang on to one while you're grabbing the next one. What you don't want to do is let go with both hands and swing your legs and try to get enough momentum, and you say, I think I can do it. You swing your legs, whoop, and you try to grab the next one. If you've ever seen or experienced a child, or when you were a child, falling, when that happens, you flip in the air, you land on your back, you may hit your head, you may fall on your arms and break an arm, twist an ankle, twist a wrist, sprain a wrist. This is bad, and then you got to start all over again. You don't have that job. You can't go back to that job. But if you're holding on to your DoorDash job, okay, I say DoorDash, I have a client who's DoorDashing right now, and we're helping him get into his tech career. So he's holding on to that, and it's a struggle to feel out and find the next role for him, the next role, whether it's in tech or like more of a monkey bar to get over to the ultimate goal. So if you were to let go of both hands and just say, I'm quitting and I can jump and switch, it's high risk, because then when he goes back, he's got to go back to the start, off the ground, pick up the damage, clean up the mess, come back, talk to his family, and get back on the monkey bars and climb back up again and find another job, find the first bar again. The analogy has its limits, of course. It's an analogy or a metaphor, whatever it is. But the point is, it's very similar. It's the most similar thing I've found, and that's why I use the monkey bar idea. Because when I have switched into a tech job, I did it while I was holding on to several very solid position with many unstable jobs, but I had many of them. Barista, violin, teacher, working for a church, selling real estate, teaching real estate, and then making websites for other people. And some of them paid me some money. I had a lot of stability. And that's what a bar represents, is stability. And so when I was reaching for my tech job, I was hired, and as soon as I was hired, I could shed some of those jobs, but not until I was hired. So I've seen many people, they want to get focus, and they try to do it by letting go of both hands and trying to swing into their tech job, take the courses quick, get it all done because they're on it, having a dream of doing it, and it becomes a failure. I know one person right now that came to me, and I was helping this person, and they wanted to focus, and they had a little bit of stability. A spouse was working full time, and so this person wanted to just focus and take time off. And then they let go of both bars. They quit their position, and life happens. The mentality changes. It's been almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years of not having any sort of income again, taking courses whenever, having the inability, and I'm thinking very hard to not give away who this is, but I do have many people who want to do this. And it just doesn't work. What happens when you let go? There's fear, there's trepidation, there's worry, anxiety. Instead of worry that you'll never switch into a tech job, which is what you have when you have both hands on one bar and you don't like the feel of that monkey bar. You want to get to the next one. Okay, you want to progress in life. Having worry and anxiety should lead to planning, seeking help, just like I help people, seeking help, and figuring out how you can get to the next bar. Worry is not worse than despair. You do not want despair. And when you let go with both monkey bars and it doesn't go the way you thought it would, and it almost never does, I would say it never does, because our mindset changes, you will have despair. And it's very hard to recover from despair when you got to climb back up these steps again. So how do you focus? Because it's required. You keep your current job, you keep both hands on that monkey bar, and you have to mentally change your mind. You have to change your mindset and think, this is a boot camp for me to learn how to be disciplined. Because when I get into my next job, I guarantee myself, you can say this, I guarantee myself I'm going to have to keep focusing and keep learning new things on the job, sometimes not during work. So that extra pocket of time, 30 minutes a day, you're going to still have to use that when you have your tech job. So carve out the time, carve out your weekends, figure out with your family, if you have family, and your community, how you can do it. by keeping your current job. If you can switch while keeping your current job, you're going to have success in your first tech role, no matter what it is. I hope it's been helpful, and thank you for watching and entertaining these simple videos. If you need help, you are at the end of this video, you watched all the way to the end, good job. You might as well subscribe and hit like so I can do it more for you. Have a good day.